Blackshirts and Reds by Michael Parenti. Section: Cultural Decay. Cultural life has drastically declined in the former communist countries. Theaters are sparsely attended because tickets are now prohibitively expensive. Publicly owned movie industries in countries like Russia, Poland, Czechoslovakia, and the German Democratic Republic, which produced a number of worthwhile films, have been defunded or bought out by Western business interests, and now make cartoons, commercials, and music videos. Movie houses have been taken over by corporate chains, and offer many of the same Hollywood junk films that we have the freedom to see. Subsidies for the arts and literature have been severely cut. Symphony orchestras have disbanded or taken to playing at block parties and other minor occasions. The communist countries used to produce inexpensive but quality editions of classical and contemporary authors and poets, including ones from Latin America, Asia, and Africa. These have been replaced by second-rate, mass-market publications from the West. During the communist era, 3 of every 5 books in the world were produced in the Soviet Union. Today, as the cost of books, periodicals, and newspapers has skyrocketed, and education has declined, readership has shrunk almost to third world levels. Books of a Marxist or otherwise critical left perspective have been removed from bookstores and libraries. In East Germany, the Writers' Association reported one instance in which 50,000 tons of books, some brand new, were buried in a dump. The German authorities who disposed of the books apparently did not feel quite free enough to burn them. Education, once free, is now accessible only to those who can afford the costly tuition rates. The curricula have been, quote, depoliticized, meaning that a left perspective critical of imperialism and capitalism has been replaced by a conservative one that is supportive, or at least uncritical, of these forces. Descending upon the unhappy societies of Eastern Europe and Russia are the Hare Krishnas, Mormons, Moonies, Jehovah's Witnesses, Baha'is, rightist Christian evangelicals, self-improvement hucksters, instant success peddlers, and other materialistic spiritualist scavengers who prey upon the deprived and the desperate, offering solace in the next world, or the promise of wealth and success in this one. The president of one of Russia's largest construction companies summed it up. Quote, "All the material well-being that people had, they lost in 1 hour. There is practically no more free medical care, accessible higher education, no right to a job or rest. The houses of culture, libraries, stadiums, kindergartens and nurseries, pioneer camps, schools, hospitals, and stores are closing. The cost of housing, communal services, and transport are no longer affordable for the majority of families." End quote. From People's Weekly World, 1996. Facing forced privatization, news and entertainment media have had to find rich owners, corporate advertisers, conservative foundations, or agencies within the newly installed capitalist governments to finance them. Television and radio programs that had a left perspective, including some popular youth shows, have been removed from the air. All media have been purged of leftists and restaffed by people with acceptable ideological orientations. This process of moving towards a pro-capitalist communication monopoly has been described in the Western media as, quote, democratization. Billboards and television commercials promoting U.S. cigarettes, automobiles, and other consumer items, many of them beyond the average pocketbook, now can be seen everywhere. End of section.